Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. It is a new month, so in today's video we're going to be going through all of August's active codes for AFK Arena, the wishlist I would choose, and some beginner summons, and some just basic tips for new players or if you guys are re-rolling. So let's get into it. Now, there is no new code on the day that I'm uploading this, in case people are wondering. This is just my monthly video that I do just to keep an up-to-date list of the current codes. So if we go over here, this is where we're going to be for new players, or if you haven't entered codes very much, this is how we're going to do it. I've got a notepad with all the active codes. I've got them from best to worst, top to bottom. We've got the website where we redeem codes, and then we've got our account on the right-hand side. Now, to go ahead and enter this in, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go to details, and we're going to see in the top right, this user ID. So mine for this account is going to be 132290991. So that's my user ID. Then we're going to need a code. So we go over here to settings and we go verification code. It's like a 2FA type thing. That's going to be 721198, and then we're going to go log in. Once we've done that, we're on this account, all happy days. So we can close that, we can jump out. Now we're going to go through entering these codes. We're going to copy the first one, and all these codes will be in the pinned comment and in the description, so you can just go ahead and copy them. I find it easiest on PC, but you can do this on your phone. It's just a bit more tedious in my opinion. So we're going to paste it over here, and then we're just going to hit redeem. And up the top, you'll see exchange successful. So that's when you know when they work. I'm pretty sure these are all working. If they're not, we'll delete them off the list. There's the next one. Another one. As you can see, it's pretty quick as always. Nice. Yeah, the first few are really good codes, and then the rest really just fall off. They become... Okay, so that one is expired. The Zyban. This is why we do this. We found out that one's expired. That won't be in the pinned comment or in the description. Cheat code. Yep. Let's try this one. Happy days. Next one, Xmas loot. Well, I guess this one will be relevant next Christmas, I guess, if it hangs around till then. That one, and the final one, redeem. So that's all of them, and if you're trying to redeem a code for a second time, it'll give you a different error. It says already in use. So that is pretty much it. That's all you really need the website for. It's quick and easy. Now we can jump back over into just the game, and we can take a look at what we're going to get. So if we go to the mail, the first one you entered will be down the bottom, and as you can see, we get some nice little goodies there. It is a 60 scroll reroll at the moment, which is always a nice time to get involved in rerolls if that's what you want to do. Plus, we do have an event going on at the moment where if you log in for 16 days, it's not actually here yet, but if you do log in for 16 days, you will end up getting a free Celestial or Hypergean. So it's actually a really, really nice time to reroll if you are considering it, if you want to make an alt account for like Celestial Hypergean account or something like that. Really nice time to get in. So we get that. Next up, we're going to go here. Make sure you do this. You do the share thing. All you have to do is click share. It won't actually take you anywhere if you don't have Facebook linked, and you can collect a free Wukong. Wukong's nice. Obviously, he's a really good carry for the early game until you get to like level 100, so not too bad. Then we get the soldier supplies. There's not too much going. Oh, this is the good one. You get 1,000 diamonds on day 1, and we do get Chimera at day 7, so not too bad there. Boot camp. Just make sure when you do some summons, like we can collect this stuff here, but when you do some summons, make sure you share it, because there is rewards for summon new hero unions. So you got to do some sharing across the board. Just follow this when you jump in. It's pretty basic stuff once you get into it. But let's go over here, see what we've got. The other thing you can do is you can also do your portraits. You get an extra 100 diamonds per character. All you have to do is click on them, click story, and then open, and then you're going to get the 100 diamonds, and you'll get that for every character you've obtained, except for the common characters. Then we're going to go to campaign, and we go here. So I've cleared the first chapter. That's all I've done. I've done my first summon. I did get a Chimera on this account, which I guess is not too bad because we do get the Elite Plus. So let's jump into here. And that's all the diamonds we get. So basically where we end up is here. We have 66 summons, and we also have the 5,428 diamonds. Obviously, if we collected all our hero ones, we would have more. You can click this, you go read. That just depends if they have got something happening in the socials that they want you to check out. And then you'll get a bonus for that. So not too bad overall. And then we're going to look at the wish list. Now, the wish list is just going to be a quick run through. I might do a deeper video. It's been a while since I've done a full explanation video on the wish list, but I just like to do a quick one in this just in case people are starting new. We'll just clear all these wish lists and go through it again. And here we go. So wishlist here, we have Rowan. I always like Rerolling. If you're a new player, you can go Lucius. He drops off late, but he is very strong early game. Those two are the main staples that I look at. Then for me, I really like Cecilia in the early game. I think she's incredibly strong. And then if it was me personally, I'd probably go with something like this, just because I really do like Gwyneth. But this one, you can really take this last spot for anything that you want. Maybe like an Eloard or something like that. But for me, because I like Gwyneth, that's where I'd go. If you have Rowan, Rerolling, and Lucius, you're pretty set for early game. Experienced players, you can probably drop Lucius off and you can go with other teams. But that is what we're looking at there. I honestly think Lucius is falling off a bit in the meta. So maybe if this was my account, actually, like I'd do maybe just like an Eloard to help my carry. It really doesn't matter. Rowan is the key one here in Light Bearers. I'll have to do a more in-depth analysis before I get to like exact, but it's also about having fun. So if there's a character you like, go ahead. Over here, I always put Chicken. I always put Screg. Those are two very important ones in my mind. I like to put Brutus if I can get one copy of Brutus, just because he's really handy. Depending on the team you're using, Sophia can be really nice with the pyramid if you're doing like an Eron type thing. Besides that, Maulers, you can really choose whoever you want as well. You got things like Kren that I really like, Titus I really like, there's Citrana, a bunch of good options, but that's roughly what mine normally looks like. Totem Dude's another one that I sometimes put in, but that'll do me for there. Screg and the Chicken are the two key ones that I look at, Screath. Then moving on to that, we have Wilders. So Wilders is still for me, Tassie, Leica, and Eron as the main three. And then for me, my additional two are now Pippa and Raku. Some people may still use Soros. Soros ain't bad, but that is my sort of go-to wish list for Wilders now. And then over here, now we just do have a new hero Hodgkin into the game. So the two you really want to put is, whoops, let's just go back here, clicked out of it. Two you really want to put is Damon and Izol. These are the best two early game carries in my opinion. So they're really handy to have. Odin is very important, and so is Silas in the early game. They're fantastic supports in the early game. So I think Graveborn is pretty set in this. And then the last position, you can really choose between something like Nara, you can choose Pharrell. Thorin's better in the later game, he's not too good early. For instance, on my account, I got a Shamira with my first summon. We get an Elite Plus copy of Shamira for 7 days of login. If I get one more, that means I can get her to Mythic, and then I can bind her to an Irons if I want to go that way. So if you know how to use the Garrison Mercenary and you want to go for Irons, you could always do Shamira there because you get guaranteed copies. You get another copy of her from one of the peaks of times as well. But then you could also go for something like Desira. We've got Hodgkin as well, all fairly decent. For me on this one, I'd probably go for Hodgkin just because I'm curious to see how he goes early game. But yeah, that last spot is very flexible. The first four are pretty set for me. So that is the wish list. Now let's jump in and actually do some summons, see what we would get on this account. Like I said, we started off with a Shamira. Now your first summon is guaranteed to have a purple in it. You're hoping for a double in there. Okay, we got a Silas, not too bad. He, like I said, really, really amazing support. And for your faction scrolls, when you get faction scrolls, early game for most players, I recommend going for Graveborn. Graveborn just incredibly strong. And then every third 10 pull, we are guaranteed to get a purple. But you don't want to go to that. This is looking like a bad roll because you want to get some decent odds in the early start to these sorts of accounts. What do we get? Gwyneth, not good at all in the early game, really. She's just my character. So I've always loved Gwyneth. She was amazing early on when she first got released, but they nerfed her. Okay, we got Screg. Once again, not great early game. He's more of an investment for the future. But he can be good in the first, 7 chapters. So we'll do that. Let's go again. Pop another summon. Nothing. We get one more out of this. Nice. And there's our last purple. What do we get? Tassie. Honestly, solid support for early game. Not too bad. But that, all in all, that's not an amazing account. Now, if you want to reroll from that, you just go up to your portrait, you click that, you go settings, you go select server, and you can choose. And if you just go down here and you go to the bottom, go down there, this is the most recent servers, you just go to the next one and you can go again and keep going like that. Some people like to go from the older server so you get a bit more rewards from the age of the server, but I always like going on the newest servers possible. But that pretty much covers the codes, the wish list, the basic rerolls. So if you are rerolling, remember to start soon because we do get that select ticket, select chest for a sell hypo if you log in for 16 days straight. So not sure when that event comes, but if you start now, you'll be fine to go ahead and get it. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.